Hi guys, what I want to talk about today is what I think is a genius piece of gear because it really solves a big problem for us content creators. And it comes from a company that I believe is one of the most underrated, if not the most underrated company in the tech space. But check this out. This is the DJI Wireless Mic 2, and this monstrosity right here, this is the Rode Wireless Pro. And even though you can plug 3.5 millimeter lavaliers into these things, I find I don't, and I know a lot of other content creators don't, because we're running and gunning, like the kids like to say. So you just grab the transmitter and then you stick it to your shirt, and it's way too big and way too heavy. It doesn't matter how big these transmitters get. We end up just sticking them to our shirt anyway and just letting it drag our collars down. So Hollyland, that is the company that I believe is underrated because they are always coming out with great innovative products, wireless monitors, transmission systems, and of course, microphones. They came out with this, the Hollyland Lark M2. It is 9 grams. You heard that right. It is 9 grams. You can attach it to yourself in a myriad of ways. It sounds fantastic, and it is less than a fraction of the price. Well, not less than a fraction. That doesn't make sense math-wise. It is a fraction of the price of these bad boys right here, as well as Hollyland's own premium system. This is the Hollyland Lark Max, and I will, at the end of the video, I will compare all of these mics to this mic in terms of sound quality, and you can judge it for yourself. Oh, and a disclaimer, Hollyland did send these over for the purpose of review at no cost to myself, but all of the other mics that I will mention in this video were also sent to me at no cost to myself from the different companies. And I will also take this adorable little mic out in the field to show you how it works in the real world. But let's talk about what you get in the box of the Hollyland Lark M2. You get this wonderful little charging case. Look at this tiny, adorable charging case. The 2 little transmitters and the receiver fit snugly in this little case, and when you pull them out, they are automatically paired. The case is charged by the USB-C right on the back there, and you get 10 hours of working time with just the mics and the transmitters, but the case can charge it 2 times, so you can get a total of 30 hours of working time. Each transmitter comes with a little magnet on the back, really easy way just to attach it to your shirt or to your collar, which is what Hollyland recommends. And it's so great to be able to get this mic so close to your old yap hole because that will give you the best quality sound. But if you don't want to use that particular method, there are other ways. They have these cool little magnetic clips, just clips to the back of the transmitter, and then you can just attach that to your article of clothing or whatever else you want to attach it to. It also comes with 2 of these little magnetic necklaces. So let's say you're somewhere and you want to interview somebody really quickly, you can just tell them, throw this on over your neck, and then we will get a wonderful interview of all of the nonsense that that person might spout. Has a 3.5 millimeter cable to attach to your camera, but also you can attach it to a phone. This one is for the old iPhone, and this one is USB-C. So if you buy the total package, then you can have these little phone mounts too. But you don't have to buy these. You can just get the one that goes to the camera separately. They have a couple of different incarnations of this thing. Of course, it comes with a USB-C charging cable and these furry little wind muffs that muffle out the wind. I don't say dead cat because I love my cat. Now check this out. Hollyland also sends you these reusable stickers, and you can just put it on the front of the transmitter here. Check this one out. You can have a nice little playful microphone, or you can make it more discreet. Use the all black sticker or the all white sticker if you want to hide it against certain articles of clothing. That is a really cool little option to have. And it all fits into this carrying bag. You just cinch it up, take it along. It is great. Takes up very little room in your camera bag. So very little room on your shirt, very little room in your camera bag, and still great sound. The microphone is 24-bit and has a 1,000-foot range if you are in line of sight. But that's enough yapping about the specs and what you get in the box. Let's go out in the real world and see how it does. Okay, guys, check this out. You talk about something this microphone is designed to do. Out in the real world, being inconspicuous, so small, lightweight, even though, sure, I'm holding a camera and talking into it while it's on a selfie stick, so I look like an absolute lunatic. But over here, very nice and subtle. It's also, of course, extremely lightweight. What a small little setup I have right now. The little ZV-E10, the 11mm from Sony, and I have a little ND filter on, and this microphone attached. Very small, compact, easy to take around. Fantastic. Now, I will say these are perfect conditions for this microphone because there is absolutely no wind here. And when there is wind, you're going to have to do one of two things. You're going to have to put on this little wind muff right here, which encompasses the entire microphone, or you can flip it around and have it on the inside. Let me show you what that looks like. So as you can see, a lot less inconspicuous, but during a windy day, you're definitely going to want this wind muff on. I just wish it was a little smaller, something half, like a wind cap, you know, that they could put on over the microphone that they have on a lot of their other mics, because I can't really tell which way the microphone is facing right now. If the mic is facing up or down, that will make a very big difference. And also, as you're trying to get the microphone into this wind muff, it's very easy to press the noise canceling button, and I often don't want that button pressed when I am using this microphone for best audio quality. So another method without using the windscreen is to do what I am doing right now. I just reverse the microphone. The magnet is now facing out. It's hard to tell because the mic is so small. It's about the same size as the magnet, but here you go. Now you are protected from the wind. The sound isn't quite as full, but you don't have to carry around this wind muff. Having a small, lightweight microphone makes a big difference to me because I do like the convenience of being able to use the transmitter, but the bigger transmitters, they'll drag your shirt down. You're in danger of a big old nip slip when you have a big transmitter on your shirt there. And also, I was putting out my garbage the other day, and I was using the Rode Wireless Pro, and the garbage collector, he stopped me. He was like, "Hey, are you a cop?" I was like, "No, why do you think I'm a cop?" He said, "Oh, because of the big body cam you have there." The Rode Wireless Pro, he thought, was a big old body cam. And I said, "No, I'm not a cop, just testing out microphones." "Why? What are you up to?" And then we both had a nice laugh about it. You know, it's fun getting to know the people in your neighborhood. So I think that was enough outside time for right now. Let's go back in to the safety of my studio, away from all of these people. So these things are dead simple to use. Like I said, you pull them out of the case, they are already synced up. You connect the receiver to a phone, to a tablet, to your camera, to a computer. It can do it all, and it has a little dial on the front, and you can go from level 1 to level 3 depending on what you need. I usually leave it on level 2 with my Sony cameras. I will set the levels at 5 in my Sony camera, and I will put it on the medium level right here. When connected to a camera, you can click this button on the side to cycle between stereo mode or mono mode, depending on how you use it. If you're using it with a phone, you have to use it on mono mode. So now before I get to the test with these three bad boys, there is one more thing to do with this guy out in the world, and that is to test the noise canceling. I went to a very busy intersection. It has a one button right here. You see that little yellow button? You press that and it goes from blue to green. You see that right there? Oh, I've lost focus. You go to green right there. And then that is how you know your noise canceling is on. So let's go out and test that now. So here we are at one of the busier intersections in Toronto, which makes it one of the busier intersections in the world. And as you can hear, there's a fair amount of traffic going past me. I will turn on the sound canceling right now to see how it goes. So the green button means the sound canceling function is on. Is my voice more clear? Is it a little too robotic? Sometimes I don't like sound canceling in microphones, but this intersection could definitely use a little help. Let's turn it off again. And there it is, and people just think I'm taking a picture, but really I'm just vlogging my gorgeous face. And this is with the standard on. Let's turn the noise canceling back on. Noise canceling is now enabled once again. Would you find this feature useful? Write it in the comments below. That helps engagement and the algorithm and me to make money. And now as I flee the noise of that ridiculous intersection, I just figured one more time, why not do a little of the old walk and talk, let you hear the microphone a little bit more in a more quiet environment. Plus, it's just so easy and convenient. And any excuse I can use to vlog with the little ZV-E10 and the 11mm from Sony, I will take it. Oh boy, this is fun times. Love holding the camera in front of my face and looking at everybody going, I'm important. I have a YouTube channel. So now let's do the test of the Hollyland Lark M2 versus the Hollyland Lark Max, which is Hollyland's premier microphone, the DJI Wireless 2 and the Rode Wireless Go. This is a palate cleanser and the sound of my FX30 internal microphones, and we are about to compare the little Hollyland Lark M2 to these three big microphones. Here we go. This is the sound of the Rode Wireless Go going straight into the FX30. This is the sound of the Hollyland Lark M2 going straight into the FX30. And this is the sound of the DJI Mic 2 going straight into the FX30. This is the sound of the Hollyland Lark Max going straight into the FX30. Mark Bennett is as handsome as he is intelligent, which is very. Mark Bennett is as handsome as he is intelligent, which is very. Mark Bennett is as handsome as he is intelligent, which is very. Mark Bennett is as handsome as he is intelligent, which is very. I actually really like the sound of the Hollyland Lark M2, but of course when you're comparing it to something like the DJI Wireless 2, you're going to get a lot of advantages with this guy. He's bigger, he's heavier, and he costs a lot more money, but he also can have a 3.5mm jack plugged in, and it has internal recording, and that internal recording can be 32-bit float recording, so you're not going to peak this guy no matter what, and you have that really reliable backup in case something goes wrong. So if you're in a professional setting, something like this, or the Rode Wireless Pro, which also has 32-bit float internal recording, or the Hollyland Lark Max, which doesn't have 32-bit float internal recording, but it does have internal recording. Now, a microphone I used a lot and I loved very much was the Hollyland Lark M1. The original version right here comes in this adorable little case, and you pull it out and see, here's the transmitter right here. It is not certainly nowhere near as small as the little M2, but I mean, it is still really small and lightweight. It doesn't have any magnets on the back, so you have to use the clip. I guess that is a bit of a drawback, but I do prefer the wind muff on this guy. So this is the wind muff for the M1 right here, as you can see, and it just goes right on over the top, and there you go. I can tell the microphone is facing up, and I can tell if I have noise canceling on or off. So I wish that the M2 did have like a half cap or something like that, you know, just that would fit on over the top. That might be hard to engineer, but I'd like to see it. But these things are still super light, super convenient, and even cheaper than the M2. So if you want to hear a sound comparison of these two side by side, here it is. This is the sound of the Hollyland Lark M2 going straight into the FX30. This is the sound of the original Hollyland Lark M1 going straight into the FX30. Mark Bennett is as handsome as he is intelligent, which is very. Mark Bennett is as handsome as he is intelligent, which is very. I just really love what Hollyland has done right here. A good sounding mic that is so easy to use. You can pin it absolutely anywhere and wear it all day. You don't even feel it when it is on, and it is not that expensive. I really love it for my APS-C cameras. Throw it in the bag with my little ZV-E10 and a small little vlog lens, ready to go, lightweight setup. Thanks very much, Hollyland, for sending this out for review and for making some nice innovative products. Tell me down below what you thought of the sound quality. Tell me, is this something that you would like to pick up? If not, why? We'll have a nice little discussion about it. Talk to you again soon. Okay, bye-bye.